We bought this rundown timber cottage in regional Queensland.
Believe it or not, we moved out here to buy some land, settle down and start a quiet life. But nothing was available. This house? Oh no, that's no good.
This little cottage was sitting on the market for quite some time. It was dirt cheap, and after looking at plenty of other houses, this one felt like it had the most potential. It was old, but full of charm. So we thought, why not? Let's give this house a second chance at life.
But here's the kicker. We have no experience renovating houses. I tell you what, this renovating business, I don't know if it's for me, because we got it slightly wrong.
But what we do have is a love for these old homes and enough crazy
and motivation
to give it a go.
I heard a good saying the other day.
Oh, what was it?
Bite off more than you can chew and chew like hell.
So it's been a huge couple of weeks here. We've had plumbers, sparkies and builders through the house, and it finally feels like we're getting things ticked off of our list. So the plumbers have been through in the bathroom and they've done majority of the fit out. We've just got a few pipes to be connected and then the drains to be cut. We've also had the sparkies through. They've rewired all of the bathroom, the bedroom and the lounge, and then they had to do a new switchboard, which was a non-negotiable because it wasn't up to code. And the biggest change is that we've had the builder in and they've removed this middle wall. So now we have one large living space instead of the two awkward rooms that we had previously. It already feels so much more brighter and way more spacious. So with all that being done, we're jumping back into the bathroom to reframe one of the walls. After having a meeting with our plumber, it turns out that one of the walls is nowhere near straight enough or sturdy enough. If we were to leave the wall as is, once we would finish the bathroom, the tiles would most certainly crack. So we're going to get in and do it properly before we do anything else.
All right, we are back at the house, back at the quarters as we've started calling it. Rachel's away today, she's off visiting a friend in Claremont, so I'll be holding down the fort and getting stuck into this bathroom. So the plan is to reframe that bathroom wall, and if all goes well, I'm hoping to frame up the shower wall and also the seat. My oldies are on their way here, they're going to be helping out today, they should be here any minute, so it should be a pretty productive day. I guess the first thing I should do is probably grab our big level here and just have a bit of a look at what it's actually doing. It's leaning out about 1 inch at the top. That board's got a bow in it. A couple boards aren't touching. This is the concern of the plumbers, is that there's actually a bit of flex in it. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but that's moving a fair bit, probably a little bit too much. Okay, I just gave everything a good sweep in here, so now we've got a nice clean floor to work with. One of the things Rachel said to me before she went away was, I'm going to have to trust you with this and hope that you've actually got a plan. And I said, yep, nah, no worries, I've got a plan. I don't have a plan. I've just arrived on site, I'm going to figure it out right now. So my first step, I think, will be to put this piece down the bottom here. The wall's leaning that way, so we'll put our level down like this, put some marks on the floor, and then we know where that bottom piece has got to go, and we'll build the wall off that. And as it leans that way, we might be able to put a few braces along like that. I don't know. Got any advice? Let's do this. All right. Oops. How good is this? Now that this wall's gone, got this big space to work in. Put a mark there. I'm gonna go double check that. I don't I don't trust myself. Was that hard to watch? It was hard for me too. All right, so that's the bathroom wall framed up now, nice and strong. I'm just running out of space on the camera, so I have to be quick. I'm just going to frame up the shower wall and shower seat, but I'll have to show you next time we're here at the house. I'll see you then. All right, it has been a week since I've been at the house and we have had heaps of rain over the last couple of days. My day job actually got canned, so that is super good. That makes today a bit of a surprise reno day. Well, for me anyway, not for Rachel, she still has to work. So once I get back to the house, I'll show you everything I accomplished last time I was there before the camera ran out of storage, and I'll also just walk you through what we're going to accomplish today. All right, I better just concentrate on the road. See you in a second. I tell you what, it is bloody hard work setting all this camera gear up. I mean, have a look at this conglomeration. You spend half the day getting ready to shoot anything. It's not until after lunchtime when you actually start any of the real work. But anyway, back to the bathroom. As you can see, we got that wall framed up. We got the shower wall framed up, and we've got the shower seat framed up. Now what I want to accomplish today is getting a little bit more support up there on the ceiling battens. Now we've got plenty of material left over from the demo, so hopefully I'll get this job done using just recycled hardwood. Okay. My goodness, ain't nothing easy, that's for sure. Oh, I need 100mm screws for that, damn it. So, you can sort of see what I'm doing here now. We'll fix this down here, and then over here in the middle, this is where the plasterboard's going to go up against. So we're trying to pull all of this up onto these new joists that I'm putting in. Oh, hell of a job. It's actually turned out to be way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Sorry, it's not really in focus. It's having trouble up here. Any monsters living up here? Show yourself. Nah, just me. You can see there's a little gap under here. These pieces here are where the plasterboard goes up against, so I just want to fill that so that it pulls up nice and tight against our new joist. Oh, the last 3 screws, and then I'm out. All right, whoa, let's go buy some more screws. This renovation is turning into an endless money pit. How do I do this? Oh, don't smash the window. Oh, goodness. Okay. I think that's strong enough. What do you think? Is that how you test it? Whoa. That job took way longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. That's what happens when you work by yourself. You can't rush these things. I've got some insulation in the back of the ute. I'm about to bring that in and stack it in the bathroom, and hopefully the next scene in this episode, we will be sheeting this bathroom. Let's go. Boom.
Moment of truth. Pretty crazy that like we put walls up.
Yes, crazy certainly is the word I'd use as
Crazy
well.
that we think that we're capable of it.
All right, this is going to take a while. So I'm going to continue sheeting up this room, and I'm going to let Rachel take the camera and she can talk to you a little bit about the decorative elements of the room.
So I'm going to show you guys some design elements that we've picked for the bathroom. First up, flooring. We've decided to go with a checkerboard floor tile in a 300 by 300 size. We picked these up from Beaumont's. We chose the Valencia Grey and the Valencia White. We think these are going to be a really timeless touch and are excited to see them in. Next up, for the wet areas, we are doing a white subway tile. I know these are a bit basic, but they are such a timeless feature that you really can't go wrong. For the mood lighting in the bathroom, we've chosen these scalloped wall lights. We have a pair, so they'll sit either side of the mirror. And finally, something that I am so excited to show you is this pedestal basin that we got off Marketplace for $75. The whole vibe of the bathroom is very classic, so we think this, along with the other design elements, are going to work together nicely to achieve that.
So we recently posted on our social media asking if you guys had any questions at all about this renovation and the journey that we're taking. So we're going to take the time now to answer some of those questions.
All right, so the first question is, what inspired you to take on this reno?
Well, we actually moved to this area because we wanted to buy acreage and sort of, you know, settle down and start a quiet life, maybe take on a bit of homesteading. But with the way the Australian housing market is going, we got priced out pretty quickly. So we had previously sold our house from the city that we lived in. So we had the deposit ready to go. And instead of waiting around, we just made the decision, well, why don't we buy a little fixer-upper while we're waiting for some acreage to pop up, or maybe, you know, get a bit more cash together to follow that dream. So yeah, we saw this place here, the Quarters. The price was right. And we thought, you know what? If it keeps going the way it's going, it's just going to turn to ruins. So why don't we take it on and try to give it a second chance at life? And it's been a bit of a blessing in disguise, really, because, you know, we're really enjoying the renovation process. And, you know, at the moment we can sort of see ourselves doing this all the time. We're having a really good time. All right, next question. What are you most excited for and what are you least looking forward to with the reno?
Okay, so I'm most excited to sand the floors. They're all hardwood and I think they're going to come out really nice. So I'm excited to see what they look like. Least excited, yesterday we did some insulating and I'm least excited to do some more of that because it's pretty easy work, but getting covered in all those little fibers is horrendous. It's very irritating and itchy, so that's what I'm least excited for.
Oh, right. Well, I'll duck out and you can finish that job off.
So next question. This person said, hello, looking forward to seeing your renovation unfold. I have two questions. One is the cost to remove the asbestos in your house. And the other one is, how many houses or towns did you look at before deciding on the one you bought?
Oh, right. Okay. So the asbestos, well, firstly, we had it tested, which cost us $700,
Yeah.
I think. Yep, $700. About that, yep. And then to have everything removed actually cost us $16,000.
Yep, so it worked out to be about $120, $130 a square metre. But the price also included travel, where I think they travelled 3.5 hours to come out here to do it. It also included them doing all the notifications that they had to do with the neighbours, getting the clearance at the end. Someone comes in and does a check and makes sure it's all cleaned, and all the removal cost. We also had them demo our bathroom at the same time.
And the kitchen.
And the kitchen. So it included all of that as well.
Yeah, and I just want to say that I thought the company was very professional. We showed up one day, everything was still here, and then we come back the next day.
Yeah.
completely gone, and you wouldn't even know that apart from the asbestos being gone, you wouldn't know that trades were here. They left the place very clean.
Yep, and the turnaround time was really quick. We inquired like one day and then they were available to come like within 2 days. They have a dedicated quoting person who comes, looks at it. He was very knowledgeable too. He could tell just from looking at a product that it was asbestos. But then obviously we did the testing just to be safe and to see if it was bonded asbestos, I think, or non-bonded asbestos. But yeah, and then with booking, it was just a 2-week wait, and then they turned up and did it in 1 day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the second part of that question was, how many houses or towns did you look at before deciding?
Oh, right, yes. Well, we looked at 2 towns. Now, the driving factor for us moving to this area is actually because we have friends and family here, so that played a big part in the decision making.
Yeah.
So yeah, we looked at the 2 towns. How many houses did we look at? We looked at about 2 or 3.
Well, we looked
houses.
at more. We had about 5, but there was about 2 or 3 that were actual contenders.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, we're actually really happy that we ended up going with this one, because I can remember one of the houses we looked at, we decided not to go with it because it just needed so much work. I think when we did a quick quote of what it would cost, it was in the hundreds to get it back, to bring it back to life. Sorry. And then one of the other houses we looked at was it was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but really big. And I'm kind of glad that we went with this smaller cottage style, because something like that, such a large house for your first renovation, I think might be a little bit too much. We're already struggling with this one, having no experience and learning as we go. So yeah, I'm glad that we went with this one.
Yeah, and something that is kind of interesting is that Blake came up and did a day of viewing houses. So I didn't actually see this house when we bought it, but I think we did well. I'm happy with this choice. Okay.
Congratulations on taking the plunge into home renovation. I'm interested to know what skills you each bring to the project.
0 skills.
0 skills.
Oh no, we're just pretty handy. But we always give everything a go.
Well, I'd say mostly hard workers and motivated. That's and if you've got those 2 skills, you can give anything a go. And we don't really quit. We'll give it a red hot go.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of maintenance work in the past. I can weld, but I would not say that I am a carpenter or woodworker by any sort. My goodness, I have so much trouble.
Yeah, we suck at carpentry.
Yeah, geez, I measure, just got to cut 1 mil off, and I'll cut 1 mil off, and it is 1 inch too short, and I can't even hammer the nails in straight. So yeah, not very good on the old skill department, I'd say, when it comes to renovating.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, good. Well, good enough.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like a thinker, so I do a lot of research, planning. I like to do that, whereas you don't. You like to go straight in.
Yeah.
But it works because I look it up, research it, tell you how to do it, and you do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Rachel does all the designing. She's like the foreman, the project manager.
Yeah, I do the budget.
Yep. And I'm the labourer, the janitor, and the smoko lady all at once.
I don't think it's the smoko lady.
No, the cafes are, that's for sure.
And last one for today. I was wondering what the cost was to remove your load-bearing wall. I'm loving watching you transform this beauty. Okay, load-bearing wall. I actually thought it was pretty cheap. We paid $1,200 to get someone to come in. They put in a new beam and took out the existing wall. Yeah, that was it. And he had it done in less than a day.
Yeah. We actually contacted a few builders. How many did we contact? Maybe 2 or 3?
He was the 5th builder.
He was the 5th builder.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well, I'm getting it wrong. Yeah. And a lot of them, they sort of dilly-dallied around a little bit. But the last builder, he was very keen.
Yep.
When we spoke to him, he said, yep, know exactly how to do it. I'll be in the area this day and I'll get it done. And he did exactly that. He did a good job. And yeah, we're really happy because, man alive, that makes a huge difference to the house.
Such a change. I remember walking in once it was gone, it was like, oh my God, this is 100% the right decision.
Really starting to feel like a home now, Like we said, the house was like a maze. You walk into the living area and you've got to go all the way through this room, that one to get to all that. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Have one big living space. So
So far, that's been the best decision that we've done.
Yeah, it was a great decision. Thank you to everyone who sent in questions. We really appreciate it. It has been overwhelming, the amount of support we've received so far on the channel. Who knew so many people would be interested in watching us rookies take on this renovation?
Yep. So Christmas holidays is coming up soon for us, so we're really excited to get in and do a lot of work. At the moment, we're only here 2 days a week because we both work full time. We've got a lot planned, so hopefully we can achieve quite a bit over the 2 weeks we have off.
Yeah, so we better get back to work, actually.
Yeah.
So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.